How many of you out there have actually been so sick of Medicare that you just said, you know what, I quit, I want to opt out? I'm afraid that if I asked you to raise your hands, almost all of you would say, yep, me too. Dr. John Davila here of Custom Chiro Solutions, and today we're going to go over episode number 3. That's 3 of 10. Remember, these are the top 10 things that chiropractors do wrong when it comes to compliance, especially when given bad advice by consultants or people on stage. So today's number 3, and today's number 3 is kind of important. It's whether or not you can opt out of Medicare as a chiropractor. Now, the truth is, a lot of people either go, oh, you don't have to bill Medicare, you don't have to do this or any of these other things. The reality is this: you are not allowed to opt out of Medicare. As chiropractors, yes, we're considered physicians, and physicians can opt out and offer care under private contract. But we're considered to be non-opt-out physicians. If you look at the screen right now, you'll see the actual reference to what I'm talking about. The reason why I go over this is because of this one particular story that we've had. Chiropractor been in practice 14 years. When he was a student, someone told him, oh, you have to register with Medicare. If you don't register with Medicare, you're outside the entire program. So for 14 years, he did exactly that. He just dealt with Medicare patients as cash because he never registered with them. Well, one day a patient sends a bill into Medicare because he wanted to get paid for his secondary services like exams, therapies, and x-rays. And the Medicare nurse called the doctor and said, are you seeing a chiropractor? Patient says yes. Nurse reviewer ends up, calls the chiropractor and says, are you a chiropractor? He says, yes. How come you didn't bill us directly for these services? Well, you see, I'm not a Medicare provider. I've never actually registered with you, so I'm outside your program. No problem, doctor. Thank you very much. A couple days later, a couple men in black suits show up to go ahead and take a copy of this doctor's hard drive. Now, why do they do that? Because within chiropractic, we ourselves are considered physicians in Medicare, like I said earlier, but we're not considered opt-out physicians. So it's one of the two things. It's like either you're pregnant or you're not. Same thing with Medicare. Either you are within the network and playing the game correctly, or you are not. And if you're not doing it correctly, the issue you're going to have is exactly what happened here. This doctor ended up with Medicare going back and the OIG going back and looking at 14 years of how many Medicare patients that he saw outside the Medicare program and received a sizable fine for each person that he treated. Now, he got off easy. I think the fine was less than $3 million when it could have been $10,000 per incident. So just letting you know that these stories are out there. And I want you to remember that when it comes to opting out of Medicare, yes, physicians can. We're just not considered to be opt-out physicians. So once again, big mistake, but I don't want you to make it. I want you to pay attention and use all of the references that we're going to give you. Once again, this is episode number 3 of 10, and it's about Medicare opt-out as chiropractors. I want to make sure that we understand all the rules. So this is what I've done. I've written an ebook. I'd like you to have a copy of it. So if you email me right here, it says info@customchirosolutions.com. What I will do is I will email you a copy of our ebook, The 10 Biggest Mistakes that Chiropractors Make When Dealing with Compliance Issues, especially when given bad information from a chiropractic consultant. So once again, this is Dr. John Davila of Custom Chiro Solutions. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Take care.